I'll go down the line and do a famous character quote.
Where do I start?
Anyway.
Guys, I'm the new Blue Ranger. Because we're sending you right back where you came from. Have fear, the Baxter's here!
Let the power protect you. This is about all I said on Power Rangers.
The only thing I'd like to hear is that's a wrap. All I'd like to hear after working 15-hour days, that's a wrap.
It was our quote to what we said in the show? Okay, so many, what could I remember?
Do you remember the voice?
Yes, I remember, it's this voice. I remember when I got it, he was like, just do your voice, just be a little more robotic. I was like, okay, remember that? Alright, so something like Rangers, I know the Earth will be safe, protected by you.
Shift into turbo.
Do you remember we started with you doing, everyone had their little key out thanks to, because Jason was so good at it, and you didn't have one, so yours was, Linkara! Do that with a lot of people.
Oh, I told you I got that memo from Disney, right? When I was on Down Thunder. I got a memo from Disney to stop cussing when I'm doing my key eyes. It says stop saying shit. Yeah, no, I wasn't. I was like, shit, but then afterwards, I was like, shit, bullshit.
Awesome to hear the Power Rangers cuss. That just made it.
No, that was somebody else.
All right. Well, my question is for Blake. How did it feel being the kid on the show? And did Jason ever do anything to you?
I
was sick man.
I mean, I gotta tell everybody, dude, it was a dream come true for me. I was a huge Power Ranger fan before the show. I was even on the show, and then once I was on the show, I remember sitting in the room and the table reading, and there's fucking Jason. Tommy. But yeah, it was a dream come true, and yeah, Jason did. We did actually play the game. Well, he always won, but I won't talk about it. I told you never say anything.
And tell me your question.
Okay, my next one.
I'll show you guys videos later on what the game was.
My question is for Tracy. I wondered what it was like when you first started shooting Turbo and how the first few weeks were for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you.
I remember shooting the very first episode, and I think they even have them on the outtakes. Don't you love those outtakes? I could not get my scene right. I couldn't get it right. I think we must have shot it at least 25, 30 times. It was the most embarrassing thing. But it was great. It was just trying to shake off the nerves. I had a great time, and I'm glad that we moved on from there. It was hard in the beginning to adjust, but it was a lot of fun. Yeah, thank you.
All right, come here. Next question.
Okay, this goes out to everybody. I know that we're all happy that you did the show, but are you happy that you did it?
I had a great time on Power Rangers. I really did. There were very many moments. We had a lot. I had a lot of fun, so it was a blessing for me.
Yeah, it was a blast. I mean, I did a guest appearance on Masked Rider, the other Saban show before. I was the voice of the Phantom Ranger, but I was the voice of the Ranger, so I could come in like late at night. I'd show up at like 10:30, and hiya, Rangers, follow me, and then that was it. So it was a blast. No hair, no makeup, no blocking, no real direct. Well, there was directing, but it was a blast.
Yeah, it was an awesome time. I think after a couple trips to the hospital, you shake it off and you get right back in and do it over again. It was great. I loved it. It brought me over here. I was only 20 when I came over here. I'm old now. No, it was such a blessing to be on the show, and I don't think, for me, I realized how good it was until it was over. So.
Yeah, I picked you up from the airport, as a matter of fact. Because I was still part of the crew at that time. When you're in the film industry, this was a 6-month job for me that turned into 6 years, and then all the residual years after that. So it was just a wonderful time. I have no regrets, and it was a lot of fun.
I loved it. I got to tell all these guys what to do, have a great time. We had so much fun in my end of it. I did 500 episodes of Power Rangers, and 100 of Beetleborgs, 100 of VR Troopers, 50 Masked Riders, 50 Mystic Knights of Chernog. Do we do that one? And Sweet Valley High. And Digimon. Actually, Digimon started there. And I was supposed to direct those, but I was doing too many other shows and I told them I couldn't do it, so I'm knocked out on that.
Yeah, Digimon!
Good man.
No, you directed me to say no, I hate it. You see the director? What happened? I like it was. No, I hate it. No, and of course, man. I mean, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here if I didn't like it. To be honest with you, I got businesses and I got other stuff, and I'm here for the fans. And honestly, I'm excited to see the fans. I see a lot of fans that's been around the AFO. I haven't seen these guys forever. I've seen Steve a couple times. I haven't really seen Blake, Cav, everybody. I haven't seen in a very long time. So coming here was like, oh yeah, dude, you grew up, So I'm Justin, the Glen one. I mean, you look at the picture, and then he's like grown up, man. Crazy. But anyway, I enjoy it a lot and stuff. Hey, he needs to wake up. Someone made it was probably me. This is a Power Ranger convention. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Just leave. No, I had a good time, of course. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it was fun, I was just a kid from Texas who went to an audition. There was like, it was like 4,000 people there at that audition when I went. And I never thought that I'd ever get a call back. And they called me back, hey, we want to fly you to California to meet everybody. So, I wouldn't be here either if it wasn't for that, so it was great. Who in here wouldn't want to be a Power Ranger? I mean, you don't want to be a Power Ranger? Come up here, come up to the front.
No, he said wouldn't. He said would not. This was not an open audition, but thank you.
Next question.
This next one's for Tracy and Cruz. I noticed that you made a cameo in the Christmas special of Mighty Morphin. Did you have to audition for Ashley even though you made that cameo? And was that Ashley in that episode, or did you play a different character in that cameo? And
Very good memory. I'm impressed. Thank you. No, I was not Ashley.
Next question.
All right, let's hear some pranks. What? Come on. Okay, guys. We heard a lot of pranks. We heard a lot of pranks in Morphicon 1, so I know there's a lot of stuff that.
They usually involve Jason, so. Okay, I'll tell you my best one. There was an episode, you guys probably must remember this, some Western episode, and the end of the scene, and everyone's had a laugh, riding their horse off in the West, ha ha ha, laugh at Ranger. Well, the first person in was, I shouldn't tell this story. David Yost was the first person in, and he was in the mood, he didn't want to do it, so he took his headphones off, and he goes, I'm not doing this, what are the guys doing? Threw him down. Well, we recorded that. And we played it back for the other Rangers. So everybody put a comment, and we have at one point I had like a 10-minute reel of every monster and every Ranger saying, well, if David's not going to do it, I'm not going to do it. And so I had about 15 people doing it. I finally brought David back in the studio and said, dude, take a listen to this. Because he was being a little cranky that day, shall we say. And so he listened to it and he goes, okay, I'm sorry. I finally got it. You got to admit it. I was a job, people. I was a professional. I was a job. I was a professional. Let me change the question. What did Jason do to you?
This story just coming in my head because I'm looking at his yin-yang tattoo. And we were shooting the movie, and we were in San Pedro, and the producers decided they did not want to pay for my hair and makeup, and Jason was like, I don't think so. So we were on this boat, this is the pirate ship, and he was like standing there like this, so his tattoo was like right on the camera, and we were all like, we messed all our hair up and everything, and they used the shot. That's the funniest part of all. It's crazy. There's many of stories of him. Many. I can't even talk about them.
Tell me your question.
You guys have such short memories. I'm getting emails like, Scott, we're good.
Next question.
What was the easiest and difficult part about doing the Power Rangers movies?
I remember we were in San Pedro, and we had worked a very, very long day. And should I not talk about that? Well, yeah, this is real. It was a very, very long day, and production didn't want to pay for us to have a hotel room because we had to come back at 5 o'clock the next morning. We finished like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And at that time, I was a little broke. And actually, I think Johnny was too. So Kat and Dan actually,
That's my husband.
Jason and Kat paid for a room for us to stay the night so that we wouldn't have to travel all the way back to Los Angeles and come back in 3 hours. So that's one experience that we had.
Good story.
That's not good. That is a good story. Jason was very nice. That's all. He was nice.
What's that like?
Slumber party, wasn't it?
I wish I remember.
It was really fun going to Tennessee, but I at one point wasn't feeling so good, and they did not have trailers for Jason and I for the waterfall part. And I was lying in the car, and I was not feeling good, and I'm lying there with my eyes closed, and I open my eyes, and there's this face in the window, and he's got like a scare. It was a little bit scary face, and he's like, I think it's her! I think it's her! It was just some guy. He stumbled in on the set. He was like looking at me, literally like. He was like from the movie Deliverance. Have you ever seen it? Yeah. And then when we did the, we had some weird people. Oh, he gave her his gum out of his mouth. That's right. She took it. Ooh. That was a weird place. We were in a creepy part of the world.
goes on eBay now.
He's asking the movie, but the, whatever.
What was the easiest and most difficult parts of the film?
Oh, the easiest and most difficult?
That's easy, wasn't it? Jason David Frank. I think it's like the most difficult.
Splits.
Oh yeah, sure. Having to do the splits in the movie, that was difficult to have to stay there for like a couple hours actually in that splits, like filming it, and they had this wire underneath me. That was right underneath me with the little spear attached to it, and it was like flying that wire in right by my tenders. It was scary. So anyway, no.
Okay. Next question. Lightning round, folks. We gotta hurry.
Okay, this one's for Steve. Steve, if you hadn't broken your back during the beginning of Turbo, would you still have continued the series? And would you ever consider coming back for like an episode or a cameo?
I would come back for an episode if they asked me, but they probably won't. But I didn't really hurt my back, you know that, right? Yeah, no, I moved on. I was like ready to move on, so they brought Blake in to replace me. So that's what happened with that. They just wrote that for the script. So.
One last thing, one really quick thing. Can you say it's Morphin time?
It's Morphin time.
Do you guys have any memories of when you were reading the script and there's a plot line that you either really excited about for your character or just dreaded because it's so corny?
I hated that opera thing.
I was just
I hated that thing. I remember too.
that.
I was just like, you loved it?
He didn't want to do it at first.
I didn't.
He did, but we had a
Oh,
lot of fun.
I can't get good.
It was fun. It was fun. You
Yeah,
guys did.
I kind of got into that.
Yeah, you did. You started going ding, ding, something in your head. Oh, sorry.
I hated having to sing that Angel Grove High song. It was the corniest, cheesiest thing I've ever had to do.
Did you remember it?
Yes, but I'm not singing.
Onward.
Okay. Next question.
This is for Jason. You may have been evil for only a handful of episodes, but did you like being evil or good better?
I like being evil.
Yeah.
I still did evil things. Evil's fun.
Oh.
I don't know.
Sorry.
It's kind of trying to be a little bit of this and a little of that. Good and evil.
Thanks.
Bad and good.
Next question.
Good and bad.
Hey, Jason, what happened to your hair?
I did it unfortunately myself. I know I really screwed it up. I'm sorry. You mean my long hair?
Yeah.
The truth?
All right.
Yes. It used to whip me like in the head, and then I don't know how Clayton did fight with all that hair. It was crazy. It used to whip me every time I do kicks and just come back and go, whoosh, whip me in the eye. I was so tired of it. And it's just, I went to go find someone who cut, and I was like, man, I gotta find someone who cut hair. So I went to this guy, David Drew, in Beverly Hills. He's like, well, I cut Lorenzo Lamas' hair. And I was like, that's jacked up, but anyway. Yeah, let's go on.
Next.
I'm just wondering if you ever seen the Japanese version of your show.
I saw a little bit, but I like the violence in it. That's the violence. It's more violent. You couldn't be violent. We had to like, smile and fight. I like that.
Everybody saw him, but I couldn't get too attached to him. I'd be in trouble.
Thank you. Next.
This question's for Tracy. What was it like to play Astronema in Ashley's body?
That was actually one of my favorite episodes because I wasn't the goody two-shoes. That was a lot of fun. I had worked with Melanie for that episode just to kind of get inside her head and understand her character. So that was a lot of fun. In fact, I asked them, could you please do that again? I would love to play evil. We up here are all goody two-shoes, and it was just nice to have a little change. So I had a great time doing that. Thank you.
the first Turbo Cast, this is a question for all of them. In that episode, Honey, I Shrunk the Rangers, how did they make you guys so small? Like you guys were like in a closet and on top of a table. How did they make you guys so small?
We shot on green screen. So.
And how was that episode, by the way?
How was it?
Yeah.
Really great.
It was all green screen. It was all shot on the green screen. They make look pretend they're looking at something and shrink them digitally.
I always wondered that when I was a kid.
The green screen?
How you guys got so small?
No.
This is the trick I learned when we were filming second unit. I don't know if you'll remember, but we like go way in the back. If you have a camera, just set the camera like really low, and then just go way back, way in the back, way in the back. I remember whoever was directing the time was like, back more, and I'm like, man, what are we doing? Dude? Just back. So the camera's like right here, you know, like the camera's right here, and then they had the whatever Zord that was, boot. All you saw was the boot. So they go, move to the left. Boom, and the boot comes in frame. We're like, oh. And they like run, and then the boot's out of frame. Move to the right. Oh, the boot comes so close to the camera. It looks like, you know, we're this big, and it looks like the thing's trying to smash us. He's like, don't worry, it all looked good when we fix it, man. I'm like, that's good. Like, I looked good, and I saw it, and I was like,
That's called forced perspective.
Next.
This is for everybody. Out of all the seasons, which one is your favorite one?
I have to say my first season, so season 3 of Mighty Morphin, because I got to be evil, which was fun, and just the nostalgia of it being my first season.
I was just, I only did 3 seasons, so all 3.
I'll go last.
my favorite season was SPD. Even though it wasn't on my team, that was my favorite. Time Force, probably. Or what was it? Wildflower.
I'm the one who worked on everything, so.
You're gonna ask a question?
Lovely. So if I answer, it's like, Jason's a lot stronger than me. It's gotta be Lightspeed. I like that. We had a ball because we were together for 4 seasons with everybody pretty much. So it was different. We actually got all to know each other and get in trouble.
Is it really your favorite? No, I mean, be honest. Because here's the thing, like, I think, like, because the seasons change all the time, and the reason why the seasons change, I don't care what anyone says, is because when we all left the show, Haim Saban don't want to do any more than 40 episodes. He doesn't want the actors to have any kind of power, because we all have power. You know, if I didn't like something, everyone had power. So that's what they do in Japan, change it. I think it changes seasons every year. But the actors have no power. By the time you say, I want more, your season's over. You've done 33 episodes of 40. You know, when you're doing 150 or 200 episodes, then the producer's like, oh, shoot. And you can call and say, you know what, I'm not going to work tomorrow because I want this and that. And then they freak out. And they think they have to make demands, you know. That's the reason why I changed. So when I left the show and said I wanted to leave the show, they said, okay, well, you're going to go out there and tell all your friends that I'm not going to have a job no more. I said, I'm not telling them, you tell them. So whatever happened, I remember talking to people, I was like, I'm quitting, I'm leaving the show. I didn't get fired from the show, I left the show. Just because of the way it was with Haim, and Haim owns the show now, so I know he'll never bring me back. Look at me, I'm all tatted up, I mean, come on. But the way it was with Haim and stuff, it's just, you know, you don't negotiate with him, and he said, you know, sometimes this goes a lot further sometimes. I remember working with Scott, even though doing ADR, you know, I said, that's good, dude, or that's stupid, or whatever, but you always get encouragement. I think people need encouragement, but people too fast to pay you to think they're going to pay you. And I'm not like, you know, not a prostitute, you know what I mean? You can't just pay me. I've been dancing for you. You might give me some music. Right now you're supposed to take the mic, dig in a hole, but you know.
And this will be our final question for the day.
Last question for now, guys, sorry.
However, after this,
Are we doing another one of these panels with this group again, or will we
there'll
do
be
it tomorrow or Sunday?
I don't have the idea.
Tomorrow.
I believe there is a later this weekend.
I think it's Sunday.
When we finish,
Yes, it is
they
Sunday
will be
panel.
leaving this way. You guys leave that way. They will do autographs out there, not here, because SPD is waiting to come inside.
Yes, we need to.
So, final question.
Jason and Frank.
ahead.
Back to Jason.
Jason, yeah.
Which Ranger would you like to be and why?
Favorite Rangers?
Ranger?
Which Ranger? Like, you got any?
I'd probably say, go back to the last question, I think it's easier working on like one season because everyone has a good attitude. You pass season 1, season 2, season 3, things become more difficult. You live with someone for a year, things are great. You live with someone 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5, things change. But anyway, what's your question? I have ADD, I jump around. Oh, green, so the first season. That's, I knew I was saying something like that. All right, I know I'm going to left field, right field, center field, all that stuff. Thanks for coming to the panel, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.